What is happening, everybody? I am the Architect, and today I am bringing you my manga haul for the month of August 2020. They say you always remember your first. Joke's on them, I don't even remember what day it is. In any case, this is my first manga haul video, and I don't really know how to start it, well, obviously. Except for letting you know that if you like this content and you like videos similar to this one, go ahead and drop me a like or a dislike if you feel like it. It won't hurt me that much. And go ahead and subscribe for more content just like this one, because I plan on doing a lot more of this in the future. So, yeah, go ahead and do it, I guess. Anyway, enough of my waffling, man. Let's get into the manga that I've collected this month, and there is a lot. Seriously, I think I've collected more manga this month than I have since I started collecting, which, granted, has only been since June. But there's still a lot, man. 50 plus volumes, and we're going to start off with the first thing that I collected this month, that came in this month, and that is this Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition, Volume 1. I did a whole unboxing and first impression video. I'll link in the description. It was actually the first video that I made coming back to this channel. So if you want to see my first thoughts on that, go ahead and check that video out, but I will go over this briefly. Yeah, it's a new re-release of Soul Eater in these nice little hardcover editions. 1.5 volumes in this. I've read through it already, and it just reminded me how much I love Soul Eater, at least back in the day when I used to watch the anime. Very nice spines. I love these yellow and black color scheme here, especially on the spines. Very good quality, great quality pages. Oh, sheesh. Maybe I shouldn't have flipped to that one. I forgot about Blair. Oh boy, oh goodness. You too, Sama. Be nice. Be gentle with me. Anyway, this is a very nice quality volume, and I really enjoy Soul Eater. So I think I will be collecting these as they come out. I don't really remember when the next one is coming out, but I'm sure it'll pop up in a later video. But yeah, that is how we are starting this one. And next up is actually the first used volume of manga that I've bought so far. This is a favorite of mine. This is High School of the Dead, Volume 1. This is sort of a guilty pleasure manga / anime series for me. It is awesome, but it is also awful, but it is also great.
What?
No disrespect meant at all to the creators. This just reminds me of one of those really low budget B-level zombie flicks from back in the day, or like a cheesy movie on sci-fi. This is a very, very over-the-top zombie apocalypse type of story with a lot of fan service. But in this case, I think it works because of how over the top it really is. You know, you can't have a really cheesy zombie flick without a little bit of opie, as they say. But yeah, I am actually a big fan of this. I've watched the anime series, and I wanted to collect the manga. Unfortunately, as many people know, this will never have a actual ending because Daisuke Sato, the mangaka, sadly passed away years ago, so it will never be completed. But I do want to complete all 7 volumes eventually, because this is just bursting at the seams with
Plot.
So that's that. And now we're going to switch gears a little bit and get into sort of the Shonen Jump section of this manga haul video. I've collected quite a bit from Shonen Jump, most notably one of its newer series that I covered also in a previous video. This is JuJutsu Kaisen, volumes 1 through 4. It is a newer, pretty popular series so far from what I can gauge. It does have an anime adaptation coming out in October, and as I mentioned, I did do a read and react series, or video for this, for my read and react series. Link in the description as well for Volume 1. That's Volume 3. Volume 1. So yeah, I will say, I've read through Volume 3 at this point. Just got into Volume 4. Volume 1 is a little hard to get through, and I kind of knew that going in, which is why I sort of enjoyed Volume 1 for what it was, but it did start off rather slow. It does pick up a little bit in the later volumes. There's still a lot of world building going on, and the power system for these characters and for this this whole thing that's going on is a little complicated. As the manga writer even suggested in the story, it's a little bit complicated, but I think it's an interesting story. I think it's going to do well once the anime comes out. I'm actually looking forward to the anime more so because of the crazy fight scenes that I know are going to look really cool on screen, as I mentioned in my previous video, because Mappa's doing the animation. So I'm super excited for that. So I will get into more of that. Next, though, we have a series I've been wanting to get into for a while. It's One Punch Man. Volumes 1... Oh, I'll save that for a second. One Punch Man, Volumes 1 through 3. I don't really think I have to say much about One Punch Man. I think most people already know what it's about. I do really enjoy the level of almost satire that goes on in this series. The fact that they take these shonen battle manga tropes and turn them on their head is really, really entertaining. But at the same time, it has a story all its own that also makes you kind of want to keep reading and keep watching. I really need to watch the anime along with this as I'm reading this, because, God, I can only imagine how some of these scenes play out in the anime. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get into this series. I've known it. I know the opening by heart. I love all the memes that have come out of this. I just, for whatever reason, have not checked out the manga or the anime yet until now. I really love these covers too. I mean, look at this art on the cover. I mean, it's just insanely good, and the backs really add to it as well. I mean, it's just a really, really cool. Everything about One Punch Man is cool. I mean, let's be honest here. So that is where we're going with that. I can't wait to get more of it, honestly. And next, as I previewed by accident earlier, yes, I got 2 volumes of The Promised Neverland. I watched the first season of the anime and was absolutely hooked. It was probably my favorite anime of that season, of that particular season, whenever it was. I'll probably put it somewhere in the video. And it was one of my favorite anime of the year that year, because it just had a story that was filled with tension and drama, and you just wanted to see the next episode. I really couldn't stand waiting a week for the new episode, because it was just that exciting and just that entertaining. Probably had one of the best villains in any anime any anime or manga series that I've seen so far. I won't talk about the story much, because there's a huge twist in this from the get-go that really hooks you early on. Just read or watch The Promised Neverland. I'm telling you guys, just do it, because holy crap, it is something to behold. I can't wait to get into more of this. I've heard the ending is a little bit iffy, but I still want to collect this. I still want to read it. I want to collect more before the second season comes out, whenever that's going to happen. So that's that. And the next one on the docket is going to make a lot of people happy, because this, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 1, Phantom Blood, all 3 parts, complete. Yeah, this is fantastic. I'm so glad I'm finally being able to collect JoJo. Now, I have seen quite a bit of the anime for JoJo. I think I'm up to episode 5 of part 4. So I'm well and above already a JoJo fan. A pretty big one. So I wanted to collect the manga, because this is where it all began. And these are very, very good quality hardbacks as well. I mean, look at this. And of course, Dio Brando on the back of this one. And yeah, these are super cool, man. These are very, very cool. And I think they're in this format up through part 3. So I will eventually be collecting probably all of them sporadically. Again, I've already watched through all the anime. And we all know that part 1 is the best JoJo part, guys, right? I mean, obviously. Yeah, to be honest, part 1 is a trudge to get through. But once you do, I guarantee you, if you haven't watched or read JoJo, I guarantee you after part 1, it really takes off. Part 2 is one of my favorite parts so far. Part 3 was great, even if it did take a while to get to the main event, if you will. But it all starts here, and I don't believe in skipping parts. So if you can get through part 1, I guarantee you'll become a fan of this series. It just takes a while to get there, man. It took me months to finish part 1 of the anime, and the anime is like 7 episodes. That season's like 7 episodes. So it happens, whatever. Read or watch JoJo. I promise you. It's great. Need to clear some room a little bit because things are starting to stack up. I told you I got a lot here, and we're going to continue that with this series, Kakegurui, Compulsive Gambler. This is volumes 1 through 4. Oh man, this series is wacky and insane, and I love it. I actually watched like the first 8 episodes of the Netflix anime so far, and it just compelled me to get this. This was on sale on Right Stuff in a bundle pack, so I was like, why not? Let's pick up the manga. I really love this cover, by the way. What can I say about Kakegurui? Just briefly talking about the story. It's about a high school for the elite that runs its whole social system off of gambling. The ones who gamble and win a lot, they basically are the kings and queens of the school, and those who lose at these gambling games quite literally become house pets to the rich and the wealthy, or whatever, the high-end students in this school, until this lovely lady comes along, Yumiko, who just absolutely throws a monkey wrench into the whole system. She instantly becomes addicted to all these high-stakes gambling games, and wacky shit just starts to happen. So I got the first 3 volumes here, and the covers are all, I mean, just looking at some of these character designs just show you the insanity that this manga brings about. Also, one thing I do love about these covers is just the texture of these covers, man. It's a very matte finish, as opposed to a Shonen Jump, which I don't know, you obviously can't feel it, but it's a lot more sleek and slippery and whatever you want to call it. This has almost just a rough exterior to it. It just gives you a different feel. These are also quite a bit bigger than like your standard like Shonen Jump. But it's just, I don't know, I just love the way they feel. I love the way they look. I love how the spines alternate black and white. I definitely will be collecting more of this series and watching more of the anime, because honestly I think the anime handles the intensity and insanity a lot even better than the manga does. So I would recommend the anime just as much as this, but I will be collecting more of the manga because this series is just it's crazy, man, and I love it. I love that kind of crazy. And speaking of insane, well, I'm jumping back into a Junji Ito manga. This is Gyo. I've read Uzumaki, and in fact, Uzumaki was one of the first manga that I collected when I started. And so I loved it, as creepy and off-putting as it was. I am a fan of horror, anything, horror movies, horror shows, and apparently horror manga, because I loved Uzumaki. So Junji Ito has a bunch of other stories that I need to collect, and Gyo is another one. This is another one of these really nice hardcovers, and yeah, I can't wait to get into Gyo. Apparently, it's about a town where there's a weird stench of death in the air, and these fish with legs start terrorizing the town. And I mean, all you have to do is really switch to the first page or like the inside cover of this, and Jeebus. And that's tame for Junji Ito, but I actually can't wait to do this. I'm thinking about doing a full review of this once I'm finished with this, so let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd want to see. Me doing a full review of Gyo, or even a read and react. Let me know in the comments section. But I can't wait to get into that, for sure. And now, moving on to a series that does not have an anime adaptation, but many people believe that it should. This is Komi Can't Communicate, Volumes 1 and 2. I have seen pages and pictures and images and memes of this before I even started my collection. And it's one of the ones that I definitely wanted to get my hands on, just to see if it really is as good as people say it is. And to be honest, it is very, very enjoyable. Briefly, it's about this girl named Komi who is loved and adored by all of her classmates because she's a very pretty girl. And she doesn't talk to anybody, so people think she's standoffish. But in reality, she suffers from a communication disorder. Basically, social anxiety. Very, very serious social anxiety. that causes her to literally not be able to talk to anybody until she meets Tadano, a boy who kind of empathizes with her situation and wants to help her reach her goal of getting 100 friends. And it really is a very charming, a very funny, and a very relatable series. I mean, to be honest, man, when I was in middle school, high school, I was very similar to Komi. I did not talk to anybody unless they talked to me first. I really was a very closed off person, very nervous around people, not knowing what to say and whatnot. That clearly changed not too long after that. But regardless, I can relate to the situation, and it's just a very, very charming manga. I can't wait to get more of this. I've already read Volume 1. I'm probably going to read Volume 2 very, very soon. I just enjoy the series. And yeah, maybe one day it will get an anime adaptation. I mean, hey, no one thought Uzumaki was going to get a series, but it's getting one eventually. So we'll just have to wait and see. But at least we got the manga that we can enjoy. Some manga are just good in their form and they don't need an adaptation. But we'll root for Komi. And moving right along with another series that does have an anime adaptation, and a very, very good one in my opinion. I'm so happy that these finally came in. This is Kaguya-sama Love is War, Volumes 1 through 4. I ordered these in June, and they had been on back order from Right Stuff for months. Oh, a couple months. I finally got them in the middle of this month, and I'm super pumped. I absolutely adore the anime series for this. The whole idea of it, the whole concept of it, and its execution is just prime for me. So I had to collect the manga for it, just if for no other reason than to just support the series and make sure that it gets season 3. It is very, very entertaining, especially the anime. The way that anime plays this off and animates it and presents it is amazing to me. Because they take the most mundane, simple, just regular situations and they just blow them way out of proportion and make them feel like epic battles of wits and just ridiculous stuff ensues. It is very, very enjoyable. I love this. Chika is waifu forever, and I can't wait for season 3. I'm gonna probably collect as much of this as I can. I've heard the manga is not as good, but I think that's basically because the anime series is just it's just amazing. You can't really top that. So I cannot wait to get more of this. And yeah, I also love these covers, if I didn't mention that before. The way these wrap around the back is very, very cool. I mean, look at Chika. Man, I just love this series so much. I'm going to buy more of this. I can't not have more of this in my collection. So, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Watch it, read it, however you want to consume it, do that. Trust me. And now we definitely have to clear off some space here. Oh boy, that's a lot. Oh, let's get this out of the way because we have an unboxing in the middle of a manga haul video, which I understand is not like anything crazy because I mean, some people do their entire manga hauls as an unboxing. But I got this behemoth in the other day, and I wanted to wait until this very moment to unbox it because there's quite a bit in here. We're still going strong, folks. This is what I'm saying, man. This was a crazy haul, and there's still something coming up. There's still something coming up later that is just going to be the main event of the whole thing. But for now, I can't wait to get into this because it's very, very, very exciting. A lot of the wrapping. Oh, okay. Not a whole lot of unwrapping to have to do, so I don't have to do a speed up thing. What is this? I actually don't know what this is. It gave me some cards or something. Oh, look, it's Ein from Cowboy Bebop. Ein cannot be removed from the purchasing area. It's like a freaking card game. Sailor Moon. I gotta check that out later, man. I don't know what that is. Stuff for High Dive and Children of the Sea. They got a bunch of inputs in here. They circled something there. But anyway, I have some books to get out of here. And, you know, it's gonna take me a bit to get these out. So why don't we just... Well, that was easy. So now we got the first volume out of that box, and that is Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. I've checked out the first couple episodes of the anime that just came out this season, and I thought it was pretty funny and kind of charming, and and very, very enjoyable, actually. Apparently, Twitter does not, though, because this apparently has gotten a lot of flack from people on social media. People want it absolutely canceled. They want it destroyed. They want no part of it. And anybody who likes this series, they think, are just deplorable, sad human beings who need to be canceled and deleted from existence. So yeah, I picked up the first volume. I actually don't really care about people's opinions on Twitter, man, because people get mad over the simplest things on there, and it's actually kind of laughable. I mean, why? Look at this. Why would you want to cancel this, man? Aside from, I don't know, man. Whatever. Anyway, I really, really want to support this series because everybody's giving it like a hard time, and I don't understand why. I mean, we're not going to get into it now, man. If you want to find out what the issues are with this, you can. But yeah, obviously this series is really, really chock full of the plot as well. But I can't wait. I'm just at a loss for words, really. This is Uzaki-chan. It's something else. Go ahead and check it out. Don't listen to the people being people. Now, these next volumes, I was super excited to get in because as of right now, this is my favorite manga series of all time. And I'm super excited to have these in. We have volumes 4, 5, and 6 of Vinland Saga. Oh my god, I cannot say enough about this series, man. And a lot of people in the manga community, they know by now what Vinland Saga is. I don't have to really go into too much about this. All I know is that I have loved every minute, every bit of this series ever since I started. These hardcovers are really, really cool. I love the quality of these, and I love the story. I love historical fiction in any sense, but in manga form, like, it's just so good. Makoto Yukimura has created a masterpiece, and I'm super excited to get into these. I just finished volume 3 the other day, although I think these are technically 2-in-1s. So book 3 I finished, and I can't wait to break into 4 because, like I said, it's my favorite series as of right now. Yeah, super pumped for this. So that's Vinland Saga. Check out Vinland Saga if you want to watch the anime on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, I hate that it's on Amazon Prime. I love Amazon Prime, but not everybody has it, so you know, it's kind of behind the Amazon paywall. So if you don't have it, you gotta find it from nefarious means or however else. But yeah, this manga is phenomenal, and I can't wait to get into more. And the last 2 books from the box, I wasn't planning on picking these up yet until I got an email from Right Stuff saying that they were available, and well, compulsive buyer as I am, I had to pick these up, and man, just looking at these makes me want to get the rest of them, man. This is super cool. So these are the first 2 Fullmetal editions of Fullmetal Alchemist. I mean, my god. Have you ever seen a more beautiful cover for a manga? I mean, let's be honest here. Look at this, the shiny, sleek titles here, these very high quality images on the front that wrap around to the back. I mean, these are great. These are absolutely amazing quality. I love the spines. I mean, everything about these are just gorgeous. I wouldn't even have to read these. I would just let them sit on my shelf. I would just stare at them all day because these are gorgeous. These are so well done. Obviously, though, I am a fan of Fullmetal Alchemist, so I will be reading this. I haven't watched either of the Fullmetal Alchemist anime for probably about 10 years, to be honest. I used to watch them in high school, and I'm kind of an old man now, so I haven't really watched it in a while, but man, it is just as good. I'm sure it's going to be as good as I remember it, and these volumes are just going to make me want to collect more and read more. I can't say enough about these, really. I mean, it's fun. It's fantastic. They're fantastic, and yeah, this is going to become a staple of my collection. I gotta collect more of these when they're available, just cause. And now I had to clear the entire table off, well, aside from the background here. because of what's coming next. And yeah, I pulled the trigger on something, and I'm super pumped for it. So this is the main event of this manga haul, without question. And well, here we go. I can't keep this up anymore. So yes, folks, I have done it. I have bought the first box set for One Piece. People who follow me on Twitter, which if you don't, you should. Link is in the description, and my Instagram as well. So they would know that I was considering, very much considering, finally buying this, and I finally did. And I couldn't be more excited for this. Man, this is a massive thing too. This is absolutely enormous. But let's take a look at what's inside. And this is the glory that is One Piece. I know it'll shock a lot of people, considering, especially when I tell you that I've been a anime fan since the late 90s, early 2000s, that I never really got into One Piece. Don't flame me. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, please. No, don't be mad. I was always a Dragon Ball guy, or Bleach guy, or other stuff like that. Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin. I didn't even really watch Naruto either, which that might be another thing for another day. But I thought it was time to finally get into One Piece, because if you're gonna have a manga collection, you have to have One Piece. There's just no excuse not to. But these are really, really cool. I mean, I love how they change the colors all the way through. I'm super excited to get into this to see what the big hullabaloo is about. And I know, some people absolutely think One Piece is the greatest manga ever. It certainly is one of the longest. It's still going on. But this is just the start, man. I am diving in, no pun intended, to this series. And I gotta say that I am kind of excited. I don't know why I never got into One Piece back in the day. Maybe it was the art style. Maybe it was just the sheer amount of everything. But this is a good place to start. I love that they sell these box sets. You can get them all real quick. And for a pretty good price. This was actually on sale on Amazon when I bought it. So you can't really go wrong with this. And with the first 23 volumes, it takes you through, I imagine, the first 2 arcs. And yeah, this is really cool. It's got this extra, I'm guessing, sort of added bonus story, like side story, whatever, and this 2-sided poster. Let's check it out. This is actually the first time I'm seeing this. Oh man, this just looks like a lot of fun. I mean, let's be honest, One Piece just looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to finally getting this. And I'm looking forward to putting this on my shelf, because I got this a couple days ago, and I wanted to leave it in the box set for this purpose alone, but now it can find a nice, secure, safe place on my shelf with everything else. So that is that. So that's going to be it for this manga haul video. First one I've done, and honestly, it's going to probably be a long one when I get done. I don't know how long this is going to be. I had a lot to cover. But if you enjoyed this, then go ahead and drop me a like. If you didn't, then drop me a dislike. I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to see more videos like this, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Follow my social media. All that good stuff that YouTubers typically say at the end of a video. And whether that actually works or not, who knows? Because people, you're your own people, and you're going to do what you want. So whatever, man. I'm just enjoying myself regardless. And I appreciate everybody who has subscribed, who has watched my videos. I've actually been pleasantly surprised by how things have been going so far. So I'm just happy either way. But I appreciate you if you watched this all the way through. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I am the Architect, and I'll see you in the next video.
Perfect.